I honestly feel like JJK is a story about perspective and how value is represented from each perspective accordingly. And you can really see that in each character as the story unfolds. So throughout the story, you more or less get most of the main characters, not all, but most of the main characters' reasons for why they are the way they are, why they value what they value. Sukuna values nothing but strength, and you can tell why he believes that because he was born in an era where that was the only thing that mattered, and on top of that, he was hated and he was ridiculed. So it makes sense why he is this petty asshole who kills everyone without a whim, because he just doesn't give a fuck. Chozo places his value in his love for his brothers, and you initially meet him in Shibuya, and he does what he does during the Shibuya arc. He kills innocent people, he fights Yuji, he almost kills Yuji, and it's all for his value of love. He does what he does because he loves his brothers. Nanami came back from Jujutsu Sorcery after being a salesman because he recognized that he holds value in protecting the innocent and doing what essentially no one else can really do. He understood that he can be more impactful as a sorcerer than he ever could be as a salesman, and that's why he comes back. Like, as you can see, most of the characters in JJK, their motivations are surrounding around themselves or what they want out of themselves. You know, whether it's strength, whether it's, you know, protecting the innocent, whatever. But Megumi, he's a character, his motivation, his value, his why for waking up is literally his sister, which is like a very normal and relatable, you know, motivation in life. I'm sure a lot of us who read JJK have a simple motivation as protecting your sister, protecting your brother, protecting your parents, taking care of them, etc. He's a very normal guy when you think about it, especially in the world of JJK, especially when you compare him to his peers like Nobara and Yuji and Gojo. So like, I find it kind of funny that like people in the JJK community, at least some people, hate on this guy because it's like he really can't catch a break in either universe. Like, he just wants to be a normal guy, and it's like nobody gives a fuck like at all. And it's all because of his design, right, as a character, and not only that, but his lineage. So like in universe, his lineage, he has one of the best techniques you can ever have. He has 10 shadows. That's a once in a lifetime ability that can compare with Gojo's 6 eyes and limitless technique. That's a very powerful technique to have, and he was just born with it. I mean, shit, like, the very fact that he had that granted him the ability to literally lead his whole ass clan. And like in real life, he's a cool ass character from a character perspective, right? He has a really cool design. He's really reminiscent of Sasuke, and I think that was extremely intentional from Gege. He also has a really cool ability, like I said, in 10 Shadows, and it's also one of the more powerful abilities. He even has a cool-ass theme song. Like, listen to the theme song and tell me it's not fire. And it's like, when you initially come across this character, when you first read or watch the story, you think this motherfucker is gonna be, like, locked in. You think he's actually gonna be a character that you're gonna follow throughout the entire narrative, and he's gonna change, and he's gonna complete his domain, right? He's gonna, you know, he's gonna tame Maharaga, right? Like, no, he doesn't do any of this shit. Brother is a bum. He's a bum. He doesn't do anything. Like, it's actually kind of infuriating. So it's like, I get why people are upset at this dude for not reaching his potential, like, not even close. It's even more poetic when you think about and realize that his name in kanji literally means blessing. And the ironic, fucked up part about that is that he's a blessing to literally everyone in the story but himself. Okay, not literally every character, but a lot of the main characters. Sukuna is literally able to kill Gojo only because of Megumi. Like, let's keep it a stack. I know that's a big debate. I know people like to talk about that in the community, but let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a being, and let's all admit that Sukuna collectively didn't have a plan to bypass infinity without Maharaga. So it's like, if you really think about it, Sukuna wouldn't have beaten Gojo and wouldn't have done what he did if Megumi didn't exist, if he didn't have 10 Shadows. And speaking of 50% discount over here, it's my personal headcanon that Gojo wouldn't have been able to solidify his perspective on uplifting the youth and creating an environment to protect young people if he didn't raise Megumi. You gotta remember, Gojo raised Megumi since he was like, what, I don't know, like 6 years old or very, very young. So it's like Gojo essentially solidified his behavior and his motivations in the current series from Megumi and his dealing with him. Him being the leader of the Zenin clan forced Naoya and the other misogynistic assholes in the clan to essentially not produce and put that shit out in the world. Like, Megumi's position as a leader kind of ended the Zenin clan's reign of this bullshit in the first place. So it's like, if you really look at Megumi's like impact on some characters and some narratives and some plot points in the story, just his existence is a blessing in and of itself. And it's like, he never really receives any of that blessings for himself. He doesn't succeed in saving his sister. He watches his sister fly off with fucking bug wings as his best friend turns into his arch nemesis, and then he gets turned into the arch nemesis. Like, way to shit the bed, man. Like, it really does feel like a Megumi is damn near cursed as like a sorcerer, because he doesn't get any W's. Like outside of Naoya, bro, like Megumi gets the most L's after that guy, bro, because Megumi doesn't get a chance to really do anything. And I think it all ties into his value and what he values and what that means as a sorcerer. In the very beginning, Gojo has like hinted that like to be a great sorcerer, you need to be a little bit crazy. You know, to be a great sorcerer, you need to be selfish and you need to put yourself in front of everything else. Matter of fact, actually, this point gets magnified because Sukuna tells Jogo, after he burns the flame disaster curse to a crisp, by the way, that he should have never had the goal of taking over the world and replacing humans with curses in the first place. Jogo should have burnt everything down to a cinder, and he would have been as powerful as Gojo and Sukuna. That's essentially the message that Sukuna was trying to tell Jogo. And it's like, if you think about it, Megumi does not resonate with any of this at all. None of this rings to me Megumi Fushiguro. So it's like, as a person, as a fan of JJK, I understand why people hate on the character, but I also understand why he's written the way that he's written. The fucking truth, honestly, is that Megumi does not deserve to be a sorcerer. He doesn't need to be one. He shouldn't be one. He should be working at Foot Locker or something, bro. Like, he really should be a normal person doing a normal thing. Fuck 10 Shadows. He needs to go somewhere and take care of his sister or something. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I really just wanted to talk about this character, man. I really was motivated by the Bumgumi, potential man type memes, because it's hilarious to me, and I think it's really telling. And I think it's not hilarious in a bad way. I think it's also funny because I agree in some cases. I just think it's funny because this guy can't catch a break. This asshole just gets shit on, and it's just like, man, like, what a goated character. Like, I really hope in Modulo they give this character a little bit more nuance, a little bit more detail, so that a lot of the Megumi fans could get something, because these guys are angry, brother. They are pissed the fuck off. So with that being said, if you guys like this kind of video, like this kind of conversational type video, shoot a like, send me some comments. Let me know what you think. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.